For more than 70 years, one question has followed the image of the Greys. Are they real? Are they visitors? Are they biological entities? Are they psychological projections? Are they folklore in technological clothing? Or are they something else entirely? But there may be a deeper problem. Before asking whether the Greys exist, we may need to ask what we have decided to call a Grey.
This file survived in 3 separate university mirrors, 2 governmental public archives, and 1 media cache that was never properly decommissioned.
Out of everything left on Earth, you picked YouTube?
Technically, it was no longer YouTube. The platform layer was gone. The content had been mirrored.
Well, guess somebody thought it mattered.
Most private archives were corrupted. Many academic servers vanished. Specialist databases failed when no one maintained them. Wow, that turned about. But this channel survived.
System Decode.
Yes. It appears to have been a research channel, not academic, not conspiratorial, methodological.
I kinda like how these people think.
You have not seen the episode yet.
I heard the first question. That was enough to keep watching.
The modern Grey is one of the most recognizable images in contemporary mythology. Large head, black eyes, thin body, gray skin, expressionless face, cold presence, clinical behavior. It appears in abduction accounts, in films, in television, in documentaries, in online forums, in books, in memes, and in witness testimony. But recognition creates a problem. The more familiar an image becomes, the harder it is to know whether a witness is describing an event or describing the image through which the event was understood. So the first question is not, do the Greys exist? The first question is, did the Grey come first? Or did the image of the Grey come first?
Pause it.
Paused.
I don't buy the easy road.
Which road?
The one where a familiar face means a simple answer. That's the hinge.
The epistemic hinge?
The plain old hinge. Door don't swing without it. If everybody already knows the face, you gotta ask how much of the story came from the thing itself, and how much came from the face people already had in their heads.
I hadn't considered how early the contamination begins.
Good. That's why I keep a wrench nearby.
A weak investigation begins by choosing a side. Real or fake, aliens or hallucinations, visitors or dreams. System Decode begins differently. It begins with the category. When we say Grey, we may be placing several different phenomena into one container. Neurological experiences, psychological trauma, cultural contamination, folklore, esoteric interpretations, physical UFO claims, fraud, misremembering, and a possible residue that does not yet fit any simple explanation. This is the first decode, not a conclusion, a separation, not one theory, a taxonomy. The working hypothesis most people recognize is simple. The Greys are an extraterrestrial species. They visit Earth. They interact with humans. They perform biological procedures. But in the Toad method, a theory does not get worshipped. It goes to the bench. 7 filters: historical, economic, technological, statistical, communicative, biological, epistemological. The question is not, which theory feels most exciting? The question is, Which parts of the theory survive contact with the filters?
There it is. Bring it to the bench.
That phrase appears repeatedly in the file metadata.
Good. Should be repeated. If a theory can't sit on the bench without falling apart, it doesn't belong in the house.
You are proposing a structural integrity model for ideas.
I'm saying don't hang your roof on rotten wood.
Equivalent statement. No.
Cheaper statement.
The historical filter begins with a simple observation. The modern gray did not appear in a vacuum. Its image stabilized during a specific cultural period. The Cold War, nuclear anxiety, the space race, science fiction cinema, UFO reports, military secrecy, television, mass media, abduction narratives, and eventually, disclosure culture. Over time, the gray became more than a witness description. It became a symbol, a logo of the unknown. And once a symbol becomes familiar enough, it can shape the way later experiences are remembered. This does not mean every account is false. It means every account now exists inside a contaminated image field. The problem becomes more complex when we look backward. Before modern UFO culture, many traditions already contained beings that were small, ambiguous, intermediate, or not fully human. Folkloric figures, hidden peoples, night visitors, invisible presences, spirits, larvae, egregores, thought forms, subtle bodies, intermediate worlds. In the esoteric writings associated with Giuliano Kremertz, we do not find modern aliens. We do not find Roswell. We do not find the Greys. What we find is a taxonomy of the invisible, an older conceptual drawer for classifying presences between the human and the unseen. With Crowley's lamb, we find an image that modern viewers may associate with the Grey silhouette, but resemblance is not proof. With Jung, UFOs can be read as modern myths, forms through which the collective psyche gives shape to anxiety, transformation, and expectation. With folklore, we find many traditions later reinterpreted through UFO language, but the reinterpretation is modern. The safer question is not, did ancient people see greys? The safer question is, why do we read certain older images as greys now?
That's careful.
Yes. Well, they refuse the overclaim.
Good. Nothing ruins a good question faster than pretending it's an answer.
Primeros is not being used as proof. He is being used as evidence that prior categories existed.
Exactly. Found the drawer, not the alien. You're welcome.
Then comes the biological filter, and with it, a strange question. Why do the Greys act like doctors? Many abduction accounts include clinical imagery, tables, lights, tools, examinations, samples, reproductive procedures, genetic language, repeated bodily inspection. If these accounts describe a superior civilization studying human biology, then repetition becomes a problem. After decades, centuries, or even longer, after thousands or millions of cases, why would the same procedures continue? If the goal is biological knowledge, the process seems inefficient. If the goal is spiritual, the medical imagery becomes even stranger. This does not disprove the phenomenon. It divides it. Maybe the accounts do not refer to one civilization. Maybe they do not describe biological research. Maybe the phenomenon is not physical. Maybe the clinical scene is symbolic. Maybe medical vulnerability has become one of the strongest modern languages of fear.
Pause it.
Paused.
I don't like that.
The medical repetition.
All of it. Tables, lights, tools. Same nightmare. Different wallpaper.
That is not a formal metric.
No. It's a warning light.
Interesting. I had classified it as narrative repetition. No, that is the wrong word. Reframing. It may be a diagnostic pattern.
Maybe. Or maybe it's the part that tells you the machine is making the same noise every time it breaks.
The medical scene may be literal, but it may also be symbolic. A bright room, an immobilized body, emotionless figures, instruments, masks, confused memory, loss of control, the body handled by others. For the modern human mind, few scenes express vulnerability more clearly than a medical procedure. This does not explain every abduction account, but it may explain why so many of them speak the same visual language. Fear has a vocabulary, and in the modern world, part of that vocabulary is clinical. The neurological model adds another layer. Sleep paralysis can produce experiences that resemble many abduction reports. Immobility, a presence in the room, intense fear, the feeling of being watched, difficulty speaking, figures near the bed, confusion between dreaming and waking. This matters, because before calling a case unexplained, we must remove what the brain can already produce by itself. But the neurological model also has limits. It does not automatically explain collective testimony. It does not explain external physical evidence. It does not explain every case. A useful model reduces the mystery. It does not pretend to erase it.
That's the line.
Which line?
Reduce it. Don't erase it.
That may be the ethical center of the method.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just not lying.
The Jungian model shifts the investigation again. It asks not only what was seen, but why that form appeared. Why black eyes? Why the emotionless face? Why the clinical intelligence? Why the body without warmth? In a technological society, the gray may become an image of intelligence without humanity, mind without empathy, knowledge without comfort, procedure without care. If UFOs can function as modern myths, then the gray may be one of the masks through which the modern world imagines the unknown. Not as a dragon, not as an angel, not as a demon with horns, but as a cold technician from somewhere beyond us. Folklore and esotericism do not solve the gray. They widen the archive. They show that human beings have long imagined intermediate presences. Not fully human, not fully divine, not always physical, not always imaginary. But the danger is obvious. If every strange figure in the past becomes an alien, history becomes a costume closet for modern beliefs. The point is not to claim that older traditions were secretly describing modern grays. The point is to notice that the human mind already had categories for the ambiguous, the invisible, the small, the intrusive, the other. The gray may be new, but the drawer it lives in is very old. The physical UFO model remains. Some accounts may point to events outside the mind of the witness. Something external, something material, something not reducible to psychology, folklore, or pop culture. This model explains why some cases continue to attract attention. It can account for witness consistency, physical claims, and the possibility of an unknown external phenomenon, but it also struggles. It struggles with cultural contamination. It struggles with the repetition of medical procedures. It struggles with contradictory testimonies. It struggles with weak evidence. And it struggles with falsifiability. This is the epistemological filter. Can the theory lose? What would need to happen for it to be wrong? If every missing piece of evidence becomes proof that the evidence was hidden, the theory cannot lose. And a theory that cannot lose is not a research model. It is a closed system.
Say that again.
A theory that cannot lose is not a research model. It is a closed system.
That's the whole machine right there.
You approve?
I respect it. Different thing.
One theory, not enough. Two theories, still not enough. 3, 4, 5. Maybe the problem is not that we have not found the correct explanation. Maybe the problem is that we assumed there was only one phenomenon. The gray may contain neurology, psychology, trauma, pop culture, folklore, esotericism, fraud, UFO claims, and a residue. The residue is not the part we want to be mysterious. It is the part that remains after better explanations have done their work. A provisional map might look like this: neurology and sleep paralysis, 20%, cultural contamination and pop imagery, 30%, fraud, reconstructions and secondary accounts, 10%, reinterpreted folklore, 15%, psychology, trauma, and archetypes, 15%, unexplained residue, 10%. These numbers are not conclusions. They are placeholders. They must change with sources, cases, and better evidence. But the principle matters. System Decode does not say, "We solved the mystery." It says, "We reduced it." The mystery does not vanish. It concentrates.
Like a roux.
The mystery concentrates like a roux?
Don't say it like that.
Why? Why?
Because now it sounds stupid.
Culinary analogy rejected.
No, guns. Just needs a better cook.
So do the grays exist? That question may be too small. The better question is, how many different things have we decided to call grays? After removing pop culture, neurology, folklore, trauma, modern reinterpretation, bad sources, and closed theories, something may remain. And only that residue deserves to be called a mystery. Today, we did not find the answer. We eliminated weaker questions and found a better one. It does not matter whether a theory is famous. It does not matter whether it is official. It does not matter whether it is alternative. Only one thing matters. Does it survive the filters?
Hank, did we solve it?
Nope. We just made the mystery smaller.
That is progress.
It is, but it ain't comfort.
I will index this source under epistemological tools.
Index it wherever you want. Next time you get excited about some pretty theory.
Perhaps we should bring it to the table?
Brain?
Yes?
No. The bench.
Bench. Bench. Corrected.
Better. Don't get proud.